Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a big play there for the Broncos. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Sanders.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And his kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. They'll start on the ground with Lynch and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Montana to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 9. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go play action with Montana. They'll roll him out right. Going for it all.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. There the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Right side, that's complete to Clark.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They start the drive with Lynch, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Now here's Montana. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
There goes Larry Fitzgerald. Past the 20.
He's running.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Larry Fitzgerald, 77 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Jackson now to return.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
52 the mark, 52.
They go play action with Wilson. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Montana. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Right there, 54, right there.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On second down now. It's Sanders. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Wilson. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. And remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. 19 Tiger.
Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
54, right there, right there. Pick it up.
A run here with Lynch. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Lynch. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. On the give, this is Lynch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Lynch. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now Montana. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Montana. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Lynch. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Montana. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. On first down, Montana. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at the 40. The 20. Woo! And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll run again with Lynch. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They will look to throw. Montana. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A give running left. It's Sanders. And some room to work. 20. 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. On the return, Andy Isabella. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Montana will set up the screen to McCoy. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. To throw is Montana. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Sanders. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
151 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Second and 4.
Another run here with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Play action. It's Montana. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First and 10 for Montana and company. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a throw here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Lynch. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd down and 7.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll try to pound it in with Allstott.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. But, Charles,